The Lion's Revenge. A tale of Orin and the Wolf Clan. In the heart of the great Zuri savanna, where the earth was quar-act from the relentless sun and the winds whispered ancient secrets, there lived a lion named Orin. He was once the heir to the Akara pride, a noble lineage that ruled over vast territories rich with game, rivers, and lush grasslands. But that was before the Ishka wolves came. The Ishka wolves were notorious for their cunning and cruelty, and their leader, Volka, was feared by all who lived in the savanna. It was said that Volka had the power to command the storms, and that his pack could track a lion's scent from miles away. They wore bones of their prey as necklaces, their fur was a shade of midnight, and they moved through the savanna like shadows in the night. Orin had grown up in a world of abundance, with the sound of Ngazi drums echoing across the pride's campfires, where his father, King Kasha, would speak of the traditions of the Akara people, stories of valor, loyalty, and the sacred bond between lion and land. The Akara pride's most treasured custom was the Shani rite, a ceremony where a young lion would face their first true battle, to prove their courage and claim their rightful place among the elders. But Orin had never been able to complete the rite, for before he could, the wolves had attacked. One fateful night, the Ishka wolves launched a surprise raid on the Akara pride. They came in the darkness, under the cover of the new moon, and attacked the heart of the pride's territory. In the chaos, Orin's father, King Kasha, was struck down in a brutal ambush. His mother, Queen Tara, fled with Orin to the desolate part of the savanna, where life was a struggle, and only the bravest survived. For years, Orin lived in exile, watching as the wolves expanded their territory and enslaved weaker creatures. The Ishka wolves imposed a strict tribute system, demanding the weaker animal tribes pay homage in food and services or face annihilation. The wolves mocked the lions, claiming them weak for not being able to protect their own. But Orin, driven by the burning need for justice, trained in silence, sharpening his mind and body in the harshest conditions. Under the tutelage of an old wise elder baboon named Kofi, Orin learned the old ways, the ancient wisdom of the lions, the forgotten songs of his ancestors, and the lost art of Aza, the sacred combat dance of the lions. This dance was not only a display of power, but a spiritual connection to the earth, allowing a lion to harness the strength of the land itself. One day, the winds changed. Orin heard the sound of the Ngazi drums echoing from the far-off hills, signaling a call to battle. The time had come for the Shani rite, and Orin knew this was his chance to face Volka and avenge his fallen pride. With the blessing of the Council of Elders, Orin set off to confront the wolves once more, alone. As Orin reached the Ishka stronghold, a towering formation of jagged rocks called the Obsidian Crags, he found himself face to face with Volka. The wolf leader stood tall, his eyes cold like the stones beneath them, and his coat gleamed under the full moon. The wolves encircled Orin, chanting in their ancient tongue, their voices rising like the wind. But Orin was unshaken. He stood tall, recalling the stories of his ancestors, the great lions who had once ruled the land. With a roar that shook the earth, Orin invoked the spirit of his father, King Kasha. He leapt into battle with the precision of the Aza dance, each movement calculated, each strike imbued with the strength of the savanna itself. His claws slashed through the night air, his body moving as one with the earth, his soul ignited with the power of his lineage. Volka and Orin clashed, a storm of fur, teeth, and claws. The battle was long, but Orin's spirit never wavered. With one final thunderous roar, he struck Volka down, his claws finding the wolf's throat. The wolves, seeing their leader fall, fled into the night, defeated and broken. The savannah was silent for a moment as Orin stood over the body of Volca. The wind, once harsh, now carried a soft whisper, a whisper of peace. Orin, with the blood of his enemies on his claws, had avenged his father and reclaimed the honor of the Akara pride. When he returned to the Akara territory, the Nagazi drums played louder than ever, and the animals of the savannah gathered to witness the coronation of their new king. Orin was crowned with the Sheena flower, a symbol of resilience and rebirth, and the Bako shield, a gift from the lion elders signifying his right to rule. From that day on, Orin's reign was one of justice and strength. He honored the traditions of the Akara pride, but also embraced new ways, blending the old with the new. Under his leadership, the savannah flourished, and the stories of his courage, the lion who rose from poverty to defeat the wolves, were told for generations to come. Orin ruled not just with strength,